I'm going to be speaking about a unique and new type of partnership between two existing groups, Penn State Brandywine and Tyler Arboretum, both located less than a mile away from each other. Both had incredible collaborative programming around the theme of sustainability for several years. In March 2020, both institutions shifted into a remote-only mode, which at Penn State worked for the faculty and the students, but Tyler Arboretum faced a new challenge. All of their educational outreach and public programming had been done face-to-face and on-site. They did not have a portfolio of online programs available to their members. So what we did was we decided between our two institutions was to tap into the popularity and the availability of podcasts and create what we call a podcast club that connected every 2 weeks to listen to lists of thematically grouped podcasts. Now, this wasn't completely our original idea. We took this idea from the Podcast Brunch Club, which is an international organization that on a monthly basis collects podcasts around a particular theme, asks people to listen to those podcasts, and then they get together in cities across the globe to discuss those particular podcasts. Because we were in a virtual world, what we did was create a website, and we found groupings of podcasts that we could pull together, approximately 5 to 7 podcasts. We would embed on a web page and then include discussion questions that we intended to discuss through Zoom. We set up a registration page and opened up our podcast discussions to any faculty, staff, student, or alum from Penn State, also to Tyler staff members and just friends of the Arboretum. These discussions were scheduled to take place every 2 weeks throughout the summer months, as all of us were shifting into this new mode of trying to establish our communities and to maintain engagement. On the Penn State side, those of us that connected were myself. I am Laura. I'm a faculty member in earth science. My colleague Karen is a faculty member in communications. And Dallas is an undergraduate student majoring in political science with interests in international studies. So the three of us brought very different perspectives to these biweekly discussions, each listening to the podcast through our own lens and bringing that material to the discussion group. The Tyler Arboretum people that came to the discussions were able to bring their own connections to the content, the connections they had made with the physical grounds at the Arboretum before the shutdown, their own life experiences. And we were thrilled to also have two scientists from the Academy of Natural Sciences in Philadelphia also add their expertise. So as we came together every other week, we were discussing these topics that you see listed on this slide. Some of them tapped into global celebrations such as Earth Day, World Bee Day, and Sustainable Gastronomy Day. We also had some national celebrations. We could tap into those particular podcasts such as National Forest Week. And what we found was we were able to develop a sense of belonging and what we're using the term that the literature has called a social economy. Now, a social economy is not defined by dollar signs. It is defined by the positive interactions that occur between two or more people. And those interactions are themed around respect, goodwill, and trust. It was incredibly open, honest conversations that we had between groups of people that in name had been connected, but several of the individuals that came together did not know each other. And you can see from the quotes that not only were we able to successfully communicate and educate about science, specifically nature and sustainability, but that people also felt that they were part of a community and that they learned something during this time. All of our podcast that we listen to as a group is available on this website listed at the tiny URL. And we have been able to fortunately publish the entire model and template of what we put together in the Bulletin of the Ecological Society of America as an open access publication. We hope this model is helpful to other groups moving forward.